Isn't it weird how imposter syndrome hits the hardest when you finally succeed? Let me explain. This is day 5 of 30 YEP sessions to my finals, so listen closely. Ever since I got into med school, I was surrounded by a bunch of 99 A-star students, and it felt like I just snuck my way in with my measly IB score. And this was something that I had to get over pretty quickly. You see, even back in high school, I was never the smartest kid in class, and I always wondered how my friends would do so well even though I thought we were living similar lives. And that's when I reflected on two principles that have shaped the way that I view success. Firstly, is that life's not fair, and I shouldn't expect it to be. In fact, it's actually quite illogical to believe it is, since we inherently know that everyone is so unique. So why are we assuming equal efforts will lead to equal outcomes when the people making those efforts are so different? Maybe that's why people place their faith in things bigger than themselves, like religion, and it's because living life without the trust that everything will be fine becomes quite unbearable, especially if we see others achieving our dreams with seemingly less work. But this led me to my second realization, which was that I had no idea how much work other people were actually putting in. I merely assumed they were also wasting their time slacking off, when in reality, they were working their butts off. The same friends who I'd hung out with every day had simply outworked me, and I was too slow to see that, because it was far easier thinking that everyone was also cruising through life than accepting the reality that I had fallen behind. So if there's anything you can take away from this, is that if you feel like you don't belong, you aren't alone, but don't use that as an excuse. Rather, think of it as a reminder of how much more work there's still left to be done. Anyways, I spent a large portion of today working on clinical skills, so I didn't get to cover as much content as I would have liked. But stay tuned for tomorrow because